What's good, y'all, man? This is crazy. This is crazy. Yo, it's your boy, Piper Tricks, and I'm here. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. I'm here to talk to you about the same thing that all the other YouTubers have been talking about all day. This is crazy. This is crazy. Possible shock drop tomorrow on Sneakers app for the SB Navy 4s. But I'm here to tell you, this is crazy. This is crazy. You're not going to believe this. You're not going to want to miss this, but it's not going to happen. And how do I know that, man? Because they already backdoored every single pair to me. That's right. Your boy Piper Tricks spent $150,000 on all the pairs, so you can't get them. But this is crazy. This is crazy. If you give me a second, I'll run you this, man. The dopest intro you ever seen in your life. And then OG Trap Jordan is going to come back and tell you, man, why I'm such a jackass, man.
OG Trap Jordan, OG Trap Jordan, the other sneaker YouTubers, the hell are boring. OG Trap Jordan, OG Trap Jordan, I got sneakers rated and pouring.
What up, YouTube? OG Trap Jordan back with another one. And before we start this video, I just want to give you guys a quick disclaimer. So I just want to say before I get into this that I personally am a fan of the Jordan 4 Navy SBs. I actually own the OGs, the Pine Greens, and it's one of my favorite shoes in my collection. And I actually do hope that all these YouTubers that are gassing these shoes up for tomorrow are right. So let me run over the quick recap of what's going on. You've seen everybody and their mom and their dog and their pet goldfish make videos about these SBs supposedly dropping tomorrow. Supposedly we're gonna get a shock drop or an exclusive access or whatever the case may be. And they've been saying this for weeks. They've been saying it for months. They've been yelling it from mountaintops and making a lot of content on it. And the truth is, I don't think anybody really knows. I think it's a rumor at this point, but I hope it is true. And so before we do get in this discussion, I just want to say if it does drop, then I hope so. And I'll shoot my shot. I'm not even going to lie. Of course I'm going to shoot my shot. I really do like the shoe. And supposedly what it really is we all know, obviously, if you've been watching anything about sneakers on YouTube, that it's really 160,000 pairs that are going to be on the Sneakers app, but that's for like overseas, I think like the UK and stuff like that. And supposedly this rumor's been going around that we're getting EA. And really the reason I wanted to get into this is because I'm really kind of sick of it, because a lot of these guys that are gassing these shoes up, let's just be honest. They're number one, they're hype beasts, and number two, they're resellers. And all they're doing is hyping these shoes up because a lot of them already have a whole bunch of pairs sitting in their house ready to go. They're probably already reselling them. The prices have dropped a little bit, so they're gonna hype them up some more and try to get as much money out of these shoes as they possibly can. These guys are hustlers, they're scammers, they're not really sneakerheads in my opinion. They're just hype beasts and they're not really a part of the culture. What these guys are, a lot of these guys are a bunch of, basically in my opinion, they're a bunch of grown, spoiled kids. Basically, what would you call it? I don't know what you would call it. You would call them basically, these are basically trust fund babies that spend mommy and daddy's money that they've been spending, and they really think that they're really hustling and they're really doing something, even though they were born right behind the finish line. And you can go ahead and you can call me a hater all you want, but you know what? There's a line. There's not even a thin line. There's a very thick line between being a hater and being a realist and calling out bullshit. These guys that are hyping these shoes up and making you guys want them so bad and have you guys out here paying like $500, $600 for a pair of shoes. First of all, they're a bunch of assholes. And second of all, they're a part of the problem. They're the reason that these shoes are so hyped up, and they're the reason that you can't get your hands on them, because they already have most of the pairs. They get them backdoored, they have plugs. I mean, and I'm not even going to get too much into it, but a lot of these shoes. Well, you know what? I'm not even going to do that because I'm not going to put that kind of jacket on myself, but we know what it is and we know where they get them. And they're the reason that we can't. Period. It just is what it is. And these guys, in my opinion, are really corny. They're hype beasts. They go with the trends. They don't even know what they like. If the SBs came out and nobody bought them, they wouldn't like them. Some of you guys wouldn't like them. I'm just keeping it real. Get mad at me if you want. Blow me up in the comments. I don't give a shit. Because the truth is, facts are facts, and that is what it is. These guys are not real sneakerheads. They're not about the culture. They don't care. I don't even think some of these guys really even wear retros. I think they probably are still wearing like fucking Vans and Crocs. And you know what? I heard somebody say today that they were a hype beast, a self-proclaimed hype beast. And if you're a self-proclaimed hype beast, then you know what you really are? You're not a sneakerhead. You're a fake jackass, and you do whatever other people tell you is cool, and you don't even know what's cool because you ain't got no mind of your own. You don't have no swag. You don't have no drip. You have no idea how to dress. You don't really even like these shoes at all. You only like them because somebody else told you that they were cool. You're the type of person that just follows trends, and whatever music happens to be just cracking right now at the time, or whatever's popping, that's what you listen to, and you don't even really feel the shit. You don't even really know why everybody's listening to it. You just think that, oh, if I do this, what everybody else is doing, then that'll make me cool. But it's not really what it is. You guys gotta understand that sometimes, like, you have to be able to look at something. If you look at something and you don't really know if you like it, and you gotta ask somebody else to tell you if it's cool or not, then you're basically a robot. You basically don't even fucking have your own fucking brains. You're an idiot. You're basically just like a sheep following the herd. And I know that's something that's been said a lot, like, oh, the sheep. That's kind of old now, and it's kind of a cliche thing to say. But if you don't really know what you like, if you don't look at a pair of shoes and say these are dope, I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of you guys let these sit. These are super fire. And you know why I think they're super fire? Because I look at the aesthetic, I look at the colorway, and I'm like, these are me, and these will look fresh as fuck on my feet, and I can make these work. And it doesn't matter if these are sitting, and it doesn't matter how much they cost. They're super fire. And if you don't like them because other people don't like them, then you're an idiot. And at the end of the day, you guys are watching these YouTubers, these resellers, pump up these shoes and literally get on their live streams on the day of the drop and try to hit with you guys on Sneakers app and then act like they're upset. These guys should be winning Oscars, acting like they're upset because they took a L and they could never hit on Sneakers app. But you look right behind them and they have like 100 pairs and they're telling you go meet them on Whatnot later on, and they're basically sitting there playing the part like they're a sneakerhead, and they can't believe that they didn't hit, but they got all the pairs, and they're the reason that you're not hitting, and you guys are falling for it. And that's what's wrong with the culture today, and that's why I'm making this video. And it's not to be a hater, it's just to spread awareness, because some of you, I know a lot of you guys can feel me, because a lot of people get in my comments and talk about it, and we've been talking about it a lot lately, and we've been talking about the scarcity. And you know what, it's not their fault. You can't even really get completely mad at them because Nike's doing it, because we've already made a bunch of videos about that, how Nike's limited the shoes, made them scarce, and then it's just to hype the shoes up, make them look limited so everybody wants them. And then here comes the resellers, the YouTubers, the supposed sneakerheads up here taking advantage of young kids that don't know any better because they're naive and they think these guys are cool because they have 100,000, 200,000 followers, but all they really are is scammers that are pumping up the shoes so they can turn around and take your bread and keep you guys broke. Well, they're super fucking rich off of the shit that they're selling to you guys that they don't even really like, and they're not even really sneakerheads. They just found an angle and they found a way to hustle you guys, and then they sit here and they get on here and they act like they're so upset because they're limited shoes. This is the time that they like, they love this. This is the best time of their lives right now. How many people made videos that sneakers are back this year, and none of us have been able to get the sneakers? Last year sneakers were back, everything was sitting. They made a bunch of pairs and we were all able to get them if we wanted them, and we let them sit, and it's your fault because there was so so many pairs, and now Nike's backdooring them and giving them to these influencers and giving them to these YouTubers, and these YouTubers are coming out here and they're taking advantage of you. And you know what? Call me a hater if you want, because all I'm trying to do is spread awareness. I don't want nothing from you. I'm not asking y'all for no money. I'm not selling y'all nothing. I'm just telling you the truth. You could look back here and you can see my shoes. Yeah, I got a couple of hype beast shoes, and I can be a hype beast sometimes. You could call me a hype beast for having these. You could call me a hype beast for having a couple pairs of Travis Scott's in my collection. But you know what? At the end of the day, I got more OGs than anything, and I didn't let the OGs sit last year when they were dropping. I grabbed multiple pairs because I'm about this shit and I love this shit, and I'm a real sneakerhead. And all I'm saying is, have a mind of your own. Don't fall for this. Everybody's making the same damn video, and it's ridiculous. In my opinion, it's just the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life, and frankly, I'm tired of it. And I know a lot of you guys are tired of it, but I think a lot of people just don't have the balls to say it, so I'ma say it. And if you want to label me a hater, you can label me a hater, but I don't care, because I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. These guys aren't real sneakerheads, and they're really just clowns in my opinion, and it is what it is. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wrap it up like that. Have your own mind. Buy what you like. Don't let these guys influence you, and stop giving them your hard-earned money, because they're sitting back, kicking back, getting money, laughing at you guys, taking all your money, and they don't even like you. It's a bunch of bullshit and a bunch of hype beasts. But with that, I'm OG Trap Jordan, and you know what it is. If you like my content and you haven't subbed already, go ahead, hit that button and hit that bell so you can get notified every time I drop one of these bangers, and you can get some more of this good stuff in your life. I'm OG Trap Jordan, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.